a very cool tool called Intersect Selection that will let you create fairly simple shapes and then connect them or use them as cutting planes to make more complex shapes. Let me share my screen. We'll go to SketchUp. We'll go actually to SketchUp on the web. Here's where we are. I don't want you to think everything has to be done on the desktop version. So there are some very cool things you can do on the web version, the free version. So I'm going to tap my A key to get an arc tool, pull that out to a certain distance. As you know, an arc is 3 clicks. 1, 2, and then the third one is the belly. The next curve, I still have my arc tool in my hand, and when I pull that second one out, I want it to say tangent add vertex. Now what I'm going to do is grab both of those guys and weld those edges. Control click, weld edges. So now I've got one nice long surface. I want to make a second one. I want to make a thickness of this wall. So I'm going to use my F for offset tool and pull that out 6 inches. Tap a 6. 6. It will assume inches if you don't specify. I've got to get my L for pencil tool and connect right there and right there, my endpoints, and then come back to the very end and do the same thing. Yep. Let me see if I can see what I'm doing here. Hello, L for pencil, and go click, click, endpoint to, not quite there yet. I can't quite see what I'm doing. There we go. Now we're good. Endpoint to endpoint. The shape turns gray. That means that I can spin it. And so now what I want to do is put, say, a circle, C for circle tool, right about here. But I don't want it on the ground. I want it standing up because I want it perpendicular to the shape that I just made. So I'm going to tap my left arrow key and it stands my circle up like that. Kind of doesn't matter how big I make it. All we're looking for is this right here. By the way, it's just worth remembering that when you draw a circle, see down at the very bottom in your increments window, it says 24 sides. If you want something smoother than that, type in 48, and it will draw a 48-sided circle for you. So that means that when we use it as a path for the Follow Me tool, Follow Me lives back here under that menu, and click that shape, we get a smoother vase. Uses a little more computational power to draw something smoother, but it's pretty cool. Okay, now what I'm going to do is zoom out a bit and grab a rectangle tool. I don't need the circle anymore. I don't need Bob anymore. Thanks, Bob. And I'm going to grab my rectangle tool and come over here and put a cutting plane out here on the floor that will give us something that we can use to chop this with. So it looks like I'm okay. I might want to move this whole thing. I'm just going to triple click on it and move it up a bit. So we're more like that. Kind of a nice look. Okay, now what I'm going to do is grab both of these guys, select all, and control click intersect faces. This is what I've been talking about. Intersect faces with selection. And what that does is you'll notice it creates a line right there. That means that what we've just done is broken this vase or this pot or this gourd or whatever the schmutz it is into pieces. And so if I were to use my selection tool and come down here and just grab, I'm going backwards across that you see, so it grabs everything and then throw that away. I've still got a little bit of cleanup to do down there, but it's pretty good. There's my surface. And now if I were to come in here and say, I want to pop some skylights in here, let's zoom into this a little bit. Whoop. And say I'm going to put circular skylights in this thing. C for circle. I'm going to draw maybe a circle there and a circle there. You can have some fun with this. I don't want to bore you to tears, so I'm going to go fairly quickly and do just a few. But you get the idea. Then you can have some fun on your own. P for push pull. Grab that surface, grab those circles that you've made and pull them through the roof. Right like that. Whoop. Got it? I hope it's working for you. It's kind of cool. Once you get that done, once you're through the roof everywhere you go, then what you want to do is, again, select all, and right click, control click, intersect faces with selection. And now again, I've got lines showing up here. If I double click on this, I will throw it away and I will lose the hole that I made. So don't double click. Single click says just select this surface and then throw that away. And so you kind of have to go back in here carefully with your pieces. But look at that. I've got a really neat hole that follows the curvature of that space that I made earlier. See what I mean about making complex shapes with fairly simple tools here? So we're making something that looks kind of cool. So I can keep cleaning this thing up, but you get the idea. That is a way to make a really interesting shape inside here. Of course, I've got to go back inside and throw all those bits and pieces away as well. But you, being smart as you are, can figure out what that's going to look like. So that's the idea. In fact, when we're done, we're going to end up with something like that. Whoa! Hope that's cool. I will look forward to seeing what awesome things you make with your. I lost Zoom. There we are. With your SketchUp. Keep you posted. So long.